I made a video some months back on why I decided to take Social Security as early as possible. In my case, full retirement age is 67 because I was born after 1960. So the question was, should I take Social Security early or should I wait till full retirement age and then receive a larger benefit each month? I go into that in detail in this video that I made back in January, and the do's and don'ts, or the whys and why nots, and from my perspective. And there are some basic reasons that I go into, one being like, you don't have a crystal ball. You don't know if you're going to be alive or dead at full retirement age, or if you're going to live a full life expectancy. So my logic is take what you can get when you can get it. Now, something that I didn't address was the penalties, possible penalties, say if you're earning too much money. And that's the thing. Understand this. You can earn whatever you want after your full retirement, after you're 67. In my case, 67. But until then, I think I can only earn 23,000 something a year, maybe 23,900. But we're just trying to make it so my wife is earning the money and I'm not. It's not in my name. The earning is not in my name. And we're trying to keep me under that threshold. However, should we go over, I will be penalized. But this is a key thing to understand about those penalties. You will recoup them. They're not taken from you forever. So the question then becomes, how important is this money to me? If I need this money to live, maybe it's better to wait. But if you need the money to live, then why are you waiting? You see what I'm saying? But those monies will be recouped by you, and in full is my understanding. But we can debate this you can discuss this in the comments below. But what they'll do is, if say over time you've been penalized and penalized and penalized and it's turned into $30,000 or whatever, they're not going to give you a check for $30,000. They're just going to up your benefits. So see, if you at full retirement age, once you've been penalized till 67 or what have you, then they're just going to say, okay, well, we're going to give you this money that we penalized you, and we're going to give it to you over time. So your monthly benefits are going to go up anyway, maybe almost like as if you had waited to retirement age. You see, that's a very interesting thing that happens there. So that's what I wanted to add to this video. You can read the specifics about it, and they take, you're still going to be making money even if you're penalized, unless you're, I don't know, it depends on how much you make, but you're probably going to be somewhere in the neighborhood, losing somewhere in the neighborhood of $1 for every $2, you earn. Just look it up. It's all out there. You can go, and check something like Grok, ask specific questions about this and how it plays out. How do you recoup this money? But check out this video, and please talk to your financial advisor if you're concerned. But there again, my financial advisor, even in my family, is decided to wait till full retirement age. Or maybe a year or so before. I don't know. They just doing the math. That's how it works out for him. For me, I take what I can get when I can get it, and I'll talk more about this as you see in the video. Good luck to you all, and happy retirement when you're there. All right, time to talk about Social Security and when is the right time to start drawing. So as you know by now, if you're watching this video, you can start drawing at 62. I turned 62 in November, and I'm a little bit delayed, and I'm losing money. I have applied, and I'm going to explain why. It's the question everybody has. I'm 62. Should I wait? Because I hear if I'm patient, I will accrue more earnings. I will up my percentage. I think you get 8% per year for the year that you wait, right? So let's say you wait 3 years. you wait till you're 65, okay? The important thing, the first thing to calculate is how much money you're losing if you wait, right? Obviously. So say your benefit you qualify for is $2,000 a month. Let's just use that round figure. Okay, in 3 years, you will have lost $72,000. See, it adds up, doesn't it? 12 times 2,000 is 24,000. So you're losing 24,000 a year. So 72,000. That's a nice chunk of change. Now, the next question is, hey, is there any possibility I'll die before I get to draw and I'll lose all that money I could have made, I could have brought in? Yeah, there's a probability of that. Not fun to think about, but guess what? A lot of people wait and are patient, and then they die. It's just the way of the world. It's just the way it goes sometimes. And nobody gets anything. So all that money that was taken from you for all those years of your working life, they're gone, okay? So say you decide to wait the 3 years and you're willing to take the hit for $72,000. Now the next question is, how long will it take to recover that $72,000? So then you do the math. Okay, so here's the math. So you're gaining $480 a month because you waited 3 years. That's 8 times 3, 8% times 3 years is 24%. So you're getting $480 extra per check. All right, so in a year, that's $5,700, right? So what about 10 years? In 10 years, that's $57,000. So in a decade, you've been drawing for, say, from the time that you're 65, right, till the time that you're 75, and you still are a little more than halfway caught up with what you lost, right? So it's going to take you years after that till you catch up with what you lost. And then you have to, again, you have to consider at 75, will I still be around to benefit from foolishly, I think, not taking the money off the table while I could? You know, maybe not. The way I see it is that you have to exceed the average life expectancy just to recuperate the money that you've lost. You've got to look at a lot of things. You've got to look at your health and vitality and what your longevity, projected longevity could be. But again, that's only a guess. And you've got the bird in the hand with the money that's sitting there waiting for you that you're not taking. So in 10 years, and by my basic 7th grader math, I'm not a well-educated man, but I can do some basic penciling of numbers. And if it's taking you more than 10 years to recoup your loss, what about putting that money, if you can afford to, in an interest-bearing account? You know, say you don't need it, and you're smart. I don't need the money, so I can afford to wait. Well, why not take the money, put it in an interest-bearing account, because you don't need it, right? So it's just for retirement, and then you could double, triple the money over time, you know, compounded interest. It's not that. Anyway, I've had financial advisors, one who I love dearly is a family member, saying wait till 66 because the numbers work best. Not when I think about it, and especially in even the circumstances, you know, because like I say, we don't have a crystal ball. So for my money, I think it is wiser, smarter to take what you can while you can. Another consideration is what if the Social Security system goes belly up? And they're already planning to decrease benefits years out. They have a plan to decrease it by a certain percentage. It's just a failing system anyway. Another reason to benefit while you can. Now, you might not believe this, but I literally just stopped and chatted with a renter of mine at a rental property I have nearby. And we were talking about this very thing, which is, of course, what prompted me to go ahead and make this video. And he said, we were discussing that, you know, dying before you get benefits. He said, I had several friends that waited. And these guys are tradesmen. They work hard and live hard lives, you know, and they died before they got benefits. He said, so of course it made complete and perfect sense to him to take it as soon as he could, and he did. He does. I'll leave you with this. My mother used to always say, honey, if you carry an umbrella, it doesn't rain. And what she meant by that is if you have a contingency plan for something that may befall you, some bad thing that may happen, that's kind of when the bad things don't happen. Isn't that true in your life? It seems to me in my life that we have the major hurdles and the bad things when we least expect them, when we're not as prepared as we could be. So that kind of comes into play here, right? If I'm thinking, well, I might as well go ahead and get it because I may be dead. Well, you go ahead and get it, and you're probably going to end up living to enjoy it. That's just, it's kind of the reverse of Murphy's Law. Whereas if you didn't take it, you might die. I'm not saying you're going to die if you don't take your Social Security, but you get what I'm saying. Most of you do, I hope. You carry an umbrella, and it never seems to rain. You have a plan, and things seem to go better for you. All right? Well, I hope this helps, and it's just my basic figuring on it is all I'm doing, and I hope it helps you, and thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. Bye.